Greetings, mortals. I am Natus, one of the rulers of the underworld, or specifically the ruler of Manga Hell. And today we'll be reacting to the newest chapter of the Four Knights of the Apocalypse, chapters 406, Realization. Now, some of you may be asking what happened the last week with the Four Knights of the Apocalypse chapter and the Fire Force chapter. Well, in the short version, there's been a big conflict in Hell that spawned not only my Hell as well as other Hells like movie, TV shows, comic books. So let's just say there's a big conflict. In fact, my throat is still suffering from it. But all that matters that you must know is that raping the pillars of the heroes, as well as putting some worthless nobodies that are probably to many people first time hearing about them. Literally, this first TV show appearance are not exactly gonna help boost their morale or gonna make the demon have hell worlds go round and round. Needless to say, it's gonna be more of a crashing low. But we are not a comic book channel. Watch anyone else, honestly, for that. Like Nidra, I think is the perfect example. But or maybe the young reviewers or Babyface or something like that. We are here to do manga. So let's get into this with the chapter. So the first page in the chapter is actually just, I'm not sure if it's there was no ideas or if it's just in sense of epicness or something, but it's just Donnie on the floor beating up while Anne looks there tries to have this triumphant look to her. I guess it's just supposed to keep the flow of the battle or something. So, anyways, we begin with the next page with Anne standing over the female knight. That honestly, I am kind of disappointed in how quickly this went, but we'll see. I mean, the female knight is still awake and conscious, as we can see. So, anyways, then we have Percival be like, "Nice one, Anne." Is there nonsense be like creating clones of herself didn't mean much against Egglehead's lie detection ability. Which is true. Like, I mean, I feel like this was just meant to confirm that she can't see through it. So then we have the female not be like, why did some girl like you stab me? You're going to die. Cuff. So yeah. Then we have and be like, a sore loser, huh? Pathetic. To be fair, Anne, you did have the most unfair advantage. Like, if you actually go back in the chapter, you really were in the most perfect position. I mean, you got flung to her by an explosion by the other guy. Then, so she dropped, showing that shock, she dropped a weapon. Then, because of the seconds rattle, you managed to kick the weapon away. Then she used the ability that she had no way of knowing that you had the perfect counter to her, and she's not even all that, dressed defensively. Seriously, what the hell is up with this design? So, anyways, then we have someone screaming like "Da" as Anne notices it. As we see Donnie dodging the giant barbarian Magic Knight. As we have they gotta be like, "Don't run on me! You must fight me and die!" As I was like, "I don't want, man." As the Magic Knight uses his blow up ability, and it's just like, my nice fleeing skill there, Donnie." Oh wait, why aren't you coming there to help him? Like, you are the second strongest combatant. You should be here helping him. If you're already finished with your opponent, come here and help. And then we have that and be like, ah. And then we have and be like, why don't you just float him up with that magic of yours? But again, help him grab the weapon, grab the stuff of the four elements, help a little bit. We actually go into the one problem that I have with Anne's character. So they would have done be like, it's not that easy. If it was, I would have be jumping around this guy. As then we have the barbarian show next to him is like, then fight me fairly with your weapon. I'll slight, silence my magic for you. I guess he's gonna be a more fair one-on-one opponent. Not sure why they're having that, considering the fact this is supposed to be a battle to death or something. But alright. So as then we have Donnie grinning his teeth a bit as DX comes to him, as there's a bit of a clash. As in the barbarian is a bit shocked, as Donnie's saying like, okay, giant, I'm gonna hold you up that fair and square. All right, let's do it. As he's getting a bit like more serious and determined, like, and he gets his dagger out of it, and he's as person was like Donnie, as Nelson like, is he suicidal? As it as starts screaming like, whoa, don't just do that. What he tells you, your knife never is gonna beat an axe. Which is true if we actually go into proper battles. But to be fair, and you are just standing there. Why are you not running towards him, help him or something? I mean, it's not like the illusions are gonna distract you or anything. So, anyways, then we have the barbarian going for a strike. As Donnie again spins his dagger as he deflects the blow, dodge or it cuts something, and then he speed blitzes the barbarian. As the barbarian is cut and starts to bleed from Donnie's dagger, as everyone is as as Nazians and Percival are shocked. Sin's like, oh, as like no way. And then we have the barbarian turning back to him and going for another Johnny Duck, and it's like, oh, as Donnie again blocks it and goes for the strikes, and he goes for a strike as the barbarian like, ugh. As then we have person be like, wow, Donnie, if you were that good with a knife, how come you never showed it? Is that like, yeah, yeah. As that fixed himself a bit. Now, you see, the actual reason behind this, I would say, is because Nakaba figured out that having Donnie be so behind in terms of skills doesn't really make sense in story and out of story. So I feel like this is him like trying to fix this with the explanation that whatever the explanation is gonna be is gonna just be some some fluff to make it so there'll be an you know, originally wasn't planned, but now when you actually more think about it in story, it makes no sense and you need more combat. So now let's just see whatever fluffy explanation is gonna be. Is we have to be like, because if I hit with it, there's blood, okay? It looks painful as Nazian falls on the ground. As person was like, oh, he's so kind. As says, Nazian's like, no, more like, as is like stupid. No, I feel like they should have banned more like a fourth wall breaking joke, like that'd be like I feel like a god with you. I feel like some god was telling me to be an extremely weak person, which my opinion is a more logical reasoning. So anyways, they were and screaming again, not helping him. It's like your opponent's trying to cleave your stupid head in two with that axe of his. Now is no time for idle nonsense like that. And no time for you to stand around. So then we have Donnie continually blocking, and Khan is like, "That's what I'm doing. This, why I'm doing this." As we have Donnie be like, even if I don't wanna," as the Bobby is like, "Ugh." As then we have Donnie be like, "Come on, give up. Any more of this, and you're dead." Oof, oof. As we see like the barbarian being completely cut all over, as the barbarian's like, "Ugh." They're going Dragon Ball with this, and apparently his sheer muscle is able to, it isn't the strength to block his, well, at least heal somewhat of his cutting wounds. And then we have Don be like, dude, you pumped up your muscles to stop the bleeding? Yes. I mean, he's a very over the top muscular character, if we're being real obvious here. So they were like, no knife can ever defeat the Roman Nanchi, the Invincible. Why are you called Invincible again? I mean, I don't mind there being a character with the title Invincible, but why is you are the Invincible one with that title? I mean, aside from what the fan base is saying, I don't see why. From what the fan base is saying about how weak you guys are, which I was just saying story reasons for the power ups. I don't see why you are, you know, the title Invincible. So as there we have the one she being like, you're the that not one now. How is that? But there we have like how is that possible? Get away from me! As there we have the Monchi like approaching her with his hand. I guess he's trying to crush him. Shem as does a crab as he uses the floating ability. As we have the Monchi being like in the air like using magic now. They're not, so am I! As he uses the exploding ability, which sends Donnie away. As we have Percival and like, Donnie! As Donnie falls on the ground, as we have Donnie be like, forget it, I can't beat this guy, not with my Shinsi floating magic. As then we have Sin be like, who decided that for you? As Donnie takes note of it and is like, Sin. And Sin starts to approach him. As we have Sin then explaining to us, magic is all in your image. It doesn't exist in any kind of set pattern. Think of it as more like a modeling clay. Make it a sphere, a cube, flatten it, take it apart, connect it hell, make a castle even. Which this image that we gave while he's saying that seems like kind of reminds me, I believe, of the castle that Arthur and Merlin lived before Kath attacked them, as well as the cube might be actually what Merlin had. So more hints about the backstory with Camelot. So yeah, anyways, they have simply like Donnie, what is your magic? Is there have Donnie being on the floor be like, it's just lifting stuff. Elgin said so himself. Which is again funny how against Anga they all have to work together, yet for against these two they have to work for a 1v1. But yeah, it's a bit weird, in my opinion, how this is going. So they're simply like just lifting stuff. You're being tied down by your own imagination. Is there we have this Bambi coming like think of approaching us since like think of him as a pebble on the ground. As I was like, pebbles don't come in his size, man. Which is true. As she's like, okay, a big stone then. Picture yourself holding this stone in your hand. As Donnie starts to get up, and he's like holding as he does his whole the reach, and he uses kind of like this a stone a stone as he gulges his fist, which holds which starts to float Don Monte. As says like, and can you do anything with a stone besides holding it? And then we have Don Monte be like, try that trick all you want, but then he gets like spat towards him as Dolcemonte is right in front Donnie's face. As Donnie's like, there's like a throw, like, yeah, I sure can. As he throws Dolcemonte, as he throws does Dolcemonte, and that's kind of like it's kind of like a ball here where he's like, woo! As Don's like, I can throw you into next week, oh man. As he like kind of like a ricochets through the place, like woo, pew, 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 and goes all over as Percival nods and I'm a bit shocked by this. As then we have Donnie be like, that was my magic? Something so lame, I never even named it. Which, honestly, I feel like this is more of a fault of Hauser, honestly. Like, did he really not? I mean, did Donnie get this power after he left Hauser or before? Because I feel like if he got this power when he met Hauser, he should have been, like, taught what it exactly is, a bit more experimental, or at least someone. So anyways, then we have now look at his hand, and since like your magic isn't floating, it can freely move objects. It's called telekinesis. As Donnie gets a bit serious from it about his telekinesis power. Now I thought his power was gonna be gravity. It just seemed more like logical usage, and it would be kind of one of those abilities that doesn't have to suffer from a power creep. But I guess it's gonna be telekinesis now. I'll probably still use gravity, especially though if it's used. It's gonna take me some time before I'm gonna start referring to a telekinesis, but I guess it's telekinesis. I'm a bit disappointed that it's not gravity, but oh well, I guess it's all that disappointing thing gravity uses that we got in recent years outside of Shiki and Ziggy and Shora. So yeah, but outside of those three, everyone else has been pretty disappointing. So as then we have Pastor Donnie. As Donnie's like, it happens like that's three of them down. Dude, are we like secretly awesome or what? Yeah, people, as you can imagine, a lot of people are very disappointed of bad guys this arc with how quickly they've been defeated. I think there should be a name for this when there is like supposed to a character's heroes are supposed to show off a bit, supposed to show off a bit more than they are really capable. But uh, but it's true. They are very disappointing. Like in terms of how they are gonna rank pretty high. But again, we can see, like, not much to spoil much, but they aren't fully yet. Like, the female one is literally just on the ground. I actually don't know why she's on the ground. I mean, I know Anne stabbed her through, I think, somewhere in the, I think the female was stabbed somewhere above her boobs, but I can't remember where exactly, and it wasn't hard, so I'm not sure where. I mean, I have no idea why she's on the ground. I mean, it didn't paralyze her or something? Did I miss something? I don't know. So then we have Han be like, you only won because of Sin's advice. Is Donnie's like, hey, shut up. Now, this is actually why I think, this is why one problem that I have with Anne's character. I think Anne's character needs someone to call her out, or someone to be like, and you only won because you literally grabbed the lottery when it came to opponents. I mean, your disarming wasn't because of your own skills, but because of Dolcemonte blasting you towards her. And then the shock of it, the surprise of it, managing to disarm her. And you only attack was on her because she had no idea that you had the ability to see through mirages. Plus, it had the fact that she didn't wear any armor, making it even easier for any damage. I feel like someone should have been like all stating these types of information for Anne would make it better, but maybe it will come later. Like the cast right now is still very little. Like we only have like 5 characters if we're being real here, with the horse being six. So, but you know, it's the horse. So we might get a character down the line who's more like, but you only won because you literally had the easiest, because you literally got the opponent who was at a major disadvantage against you. But yeah, we'll see if that's the case. So then we have Nauseans be like, yes, all of our foes are outclassed. Foes outclassed us. Without Sin's able guidance, I just don't know. So yeah. Oh, all right. So without Sin's guidance, I don't. All right. I really wish Monk. Alright, I know the problem is definitely the fact that it would feel too long if we establish, but I really feel like these characters should have a better establishment because it makes them look. Because you can say how strong the enemy is, you can build them up all you want, but you have to also give us some feats for it. You can't just say this enemy is stronger because they are, and then say whatever. You have to demonstrate to us. That's what I feel like all mangakas are struggling. The fact that they just want to have state that these characters are powerful, but you don't actually see the power. Like you get stated constantly, but you don't actually see it. I wish we would get some fixture on it, but so far this doesn't seem to have been fixed. Problem seems to have been fixed. hopefully will be fixed soon. So yeah. Anyways, then we get a close-up of Percival as he looks at Sin, as Percival's like, Sin, who are you really? Which I'm guessing is foreshadowing for Sin's identity to finally be revealed this arc, because let's be real here. I think pretty much the last 4 or 5 chapters, everyone has said, who is that fox? Who's that fox? Who's that fox? So I feel like it will be revealed next chapter. In fact, some people have brought up that the next chapter is 1 year anniversary, so I could see this be revealed next chapter. Well, where's the next chapter? I mean, the end of the next chapter, but we'll see. So, anyways, then we hear a bit of a boom from behind the characters as they see Dolcemonte. As there's like a giant explosion around him as like, hoof, hoof, die. And yeah, pretty badass. And I feel like this is what revelation means. It's like, alright guys, jokes are out. So I'm guessing this means that the bad guys are now gonna actually show to us why they're supposed to be serious opponents. I mean, I don't know really. We'll see. So as then we have the Nazi be like, looks like he sure deserves his invincible nickname. I still don't see why he has it, but I guess it does make sense that he's still up. Like the way I feel like I don't know. I feel like these guys are around Talisker level from what we could see, except for the leader, somewhere between Outback and Talisker, honestly. But we'll see him. But so it does make sense that he would be still standing. I mean, I don't see why Donnie, by using his telekinesis, would actually be meaning anything. Thing to stop this guy. So anyways, they would have Donnie be like, well, I ain't scared of your magic now. Which is kind of true. Now Donnie again has kind of a magic advantage over him. So yeah, then we have this. Then we have the pressure scene. You know, the pressure scene where a character's sheer magic, mono, whatever pressure is like so overwhelming that it makes the characters react in horror. As we have Donnie and Percival and Sin all reacting to it. As then we have Dolcemonte approaching with the female one still be on the ground for some reason. I have no idea why. I mean, what did Anne stab? Could someone tell me in the comments below what part of the human body did she stab that would be the reason why she has to be on the floor? Or was it up? Did she puncture her lung or something? Because I feel like at that point that would be more dangerous than it is now. As if the unknown character, their leader, be like, "You call yourselves Dark Talismans? We were to meet in 10 minutes with our foes' hats. But, I see. That coffin piece taken from us. I'll start with taking this back." As he shows up behind Percival and just grabs the sword out of his shield. Well, Percival's sword out of his shield. So yeah, now he's here to be the big bad guy. So I'm guessing he's gonna fight a bit, and then we're gonna get Sin reveal, and then we're gonna have the battle between him and Sin. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the chapter. This chapter was just, once again, just like show Donnie off a bit, give us a bit of information, nothing really extreme, and set up, I'm guessing, the finale of the arc with Sin versus this guy. So we'll see how this is gonna go. Now, as for what's gonna happen in the rest of the story, again, I feel like this guy's just gonna outclass everyone, possibly kill Dolcemonte and the female one, female Dark Talisman member, because they failed so to show off how serious he is, and he did show no discrimination when killing before. So yeah, I could see something like that happening. I hope that's not the case, but who is to say specifically? We'll see, I guess. But yeah. So with that said, this is the end of the chapter. It's a decent chapter, nothing special, honestly. And with that said, I hope you like this video. I hope you leave a like, subscribe to this channel for more videos in the future. And with that said, I cannot wait to see all you mortals next time. Goodbye.